What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from Post Rock Promo. I'm here with Clement from Bruit from Toulouse, France. How's it going, Clement?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing great. Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So, when and how did you guys form?
We were formed like the start of the project was in Toulouse, like I think 7 or 8 years ago. Just with Theo, the guitarist, we was playing on pop bands in Toulouse, and we were signed on a big label, Universal Music, and we was mixing post rock ambient stuff with pop music. And on signing with a big label, we were confronted with format problematic, and and um, and we was a bit frustrated by by the fact that we, we were not allowed to do whatever we want. So we start this project on side of this pop project to experiment with format, experiment with all the things that we cannot do with the professional band on a big label. So it was a kind of freedom bubble for us, and so we jam a lot. We jam with a lot of different musicians, and at a point we kind of find out something that was more personal that than just jam, mixing all our influences. We kind of find a sound that was more personal, and so we make the first EP with the first lineup of the band, and this lineup evolved a little bit, and we release the first album this year. So one EP like in 2090, and one first LP in April 2021.
That's awesome, man. So, you guys released The Machine is Burning, and now everyone knows it could happen again in April. How's the
Yeah,
response been?
it was kind of unbelievable for us. To be honest, when we was finished with this album, we put so much energy on it. We spent so much time on it that when we finally finished that, I remember thinking that, wow, I fucking lost my time. I just I put so much energy and money and patience on this, and like usual, it's going to talk just to my friend and my family, and that's it. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'm going to tour a couple of shows around my city, and that's it. But we were very surprised that the welcoming of the album and all beautiful chronicle around the world, and messages and people sending some love to us, and some very kind and very touching messages. So we are delighted. We are very excited about this the about the way people took this album, and so now we had a lot of new opportunity for touring and for make stuff on the future, and the band is growing, and we want to put more energy, and we don't uh, have the feeling that we have lost our time anymore. So we are very honored about this welcome.
Very cool. So who do you guys record it with, and how was the process?
When we record it,
Who did you record it with, and how was the process?
um, I produce all the album because I have my own studio. So so when we do like a demo, sometime it's not the demo, it's the definite recording, and sometimes it's just demo. So we just make stuff, and we just try to make it better and better and better. And sometimes there is just two versions, and sometimes there is 8 or 9 different versions for a song. But for this album, every song starts with the concept, a sonic concept, or a kind of an history concept. Like everything starts from an idea of what is the 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 what is the story we want to what is the story we want to tell with this song, what we want to express of, or what is the sonic idea of this song, and how to build that on a long form. So we never start from a riff, or we never start from a chord progression. This finish to happen on the concept. But the thing that's it's important for us, the first send, it's the concept of the song. And so we make stuff on the computer. And to be honest, we don't play together a lot before the end of the mixing. We in on this specifically on this album, we record all stuff separately, and and but every performance was kind of live performance, just one shot, and not a lot of editing. As much as possible, have something living, but in a very in a way it's very we try to make a naturalistic album, but with a feeling of overwhelming, and something that is supernatural. So in a way, the musical concept and the arrangement and the sonical plan of the song are supernatural, but the production is very natural. So just putting mic, the good one, on the good place, and not over treated them. Just try to capture a live performance, but in a supernatural music landscape. I don't know if it's very clear, but it's kind of mixing very old school way to produce music, and very modern way, like how the electronic musician make music on the computer. So we compose on the computer, but we all the sound that you hear on the album are self-produced. We don't use VST. We don't use sample bank on internet. We don't use fake piano or stuff like that. We record everything, and we play everything. Even the synthesizer are analog synth, and even sometimes there is digital stuff that you hear, and it's field recording that I make and I cut on the computer, and so everything is based on something we create from scratches. So, well, I think is the shortest response I can make for this answer.
Very cool. So you're from Toulouse, France. How's
Yeah.
the scene there? Do you have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
Um, wow, Toulouse, it's kind of a difficult part of his musical history for venues, because the politic in Toulouse make the live hard for little concert venues. So they all uh, they all closed now, the little one. But we had beautiful venue for alternative music, but not a lot anymore. Uh, there was a venue that was incredible, that was called Le Mixart Miris. It was like very alternative, um, and everything that happened there was crazy. And I see very unforgettable live show there. And but they are closed now. They have a problem with the politics and everything. So it's a bit hard, to be honest, in Toulouse right now. But we have incredible projects. Um, we are we love a lot, of course. Silent Whale becomes the dreams that are local too, and they are a great friend of us. And we love also like Slift, that they are like garage psych rock band from Toulouse. Very great band. You have to check their KXP session. Awesome. Um, and well, they are very great band there. Yeah. And especially in post rock, I don't know that there is a couple of ambient stuff like hors sujet, like um, I have Tom Terrien. Well, it's a living city for music, but living art time right now.
Very cool. So who are your biggest influences?
Who is our biggest influences? Mm, I don't know. Um, well, when we start the band, I think band like for the post rock aspect of it, I think band like This Will Destroy You or Godspeed are the two biggest influence for us, and we still are listening a lot for Godspeed and for all this doomgaze scene that are very exciting. We discover recently crazy band from UK that's called Outlander that we like a lot. We like a lot um, uh, for 14 Night at Sea too. All this cloudy scene is very nice, and but we try to find influences on projects that are really not post-rock. And we listen a lot of ambient, of course, but a lot of classical music, contemporary music, electronic music, hip hop too, and sometimes pop music too. And I think it's just a different language, and every language has have something beautiful to tell. Just have to connect the codec to understand what is this history. So I don't know if I have to 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 tell some influences that you can hear on this album. On our first album, you can hear some influences of Sufjan Stevens, the folk artist. You can hear some influences of Steve Reich, the American minimalist composer. You can hear some influences of Star of the Leads for the ambient stuff. Niels Fram maybe. You can hear the influences of My Bloody Valentine for the loud and cloudy guitar. Maybe some influences of the French music composer like Ravel or Debussy for the kind of post-romantical aspect of the harmony of the strings. Well, so we are more focused on those influences than listen again and again the beautiful album of Explosion in the Sky or Godspeed.
Very cool. So if you could tour with one of those bands, which one?
I think Godspeed. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with them. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you. I did this with the other bands interviewed. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. First one, favorite book.
Favorite book. I recently read *Sapiens* by I don't remember the guy who wrote that, and it's Yuval Harari, and it's well, I gonna check. Sorry.
You're fine.
Yuval Noah Harari. This book, and it's mind blowing. It's changed. It can change the way you look at history and humanity in general. It's very very clever, very well written.
That's awesome. So if you could be any animal, which one?
Human, I think.
Great answer.
But it's just a way to say that we are animals, and we are on the same level than the other animals.
If you go back in time and talk to one world leader or person of influence, who would it be?
Um, I think Johann Sebastian Bach,
That's a great
because
one.
it's, yeah, it's the root of all the tonal music. He he find out the tonal system that we use now for 4 century now. That's unbelievable.
Very cool. So if you had $1 million and you could donate to any charity, which one?
Um, I don't know. Um, Certainly something for the environment in general. Try to people that try to to make changes for climate change. But I don't know. I don't really know which one. I think it's very hard to know that in like 2 minutes.
All right, man. Last question. What are some places in Toulouse that visitors should check out?
In Toulouse, mm, or maybe you have to go to Vicious Circle. That is a very good vinyl and music shop in general. They sell very nice music, and they sell merchandising of very nice bands. And it's also the house of a very cool French label, which is called Vicious Circle too. And it's a great place to chill and to look at nice vinyl and to talk with music lovers. Yeah,
You'll have to take me there when I get over there.
yeah, with pleasure.
Well, I really appreciate you, man, coming on and chatting it up a little bit.
Yeah, it was a pleasure for me too.
So for the people that are going to watch this later, where can they find you guys at?
You can find Brie in Bandcamp, and only in Bandcamp, because we are not in the normal platform, the normal music platform. So, well, you can find us in Bandcamp, or you can find us in YouTube, or in Facebook and Instagram. But if you want to listen music, and I think it's the more interesting things to do with us is in Bandcamp or YouTube.
Sounds good. Well, we'll chat soon. I hope you have a great night.
Yeah, and have a great day, because it's the day for you.
Thank you very much. See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Au revoir, I should say.